Now, someday I'll have paparazzi, and I have to learn how to mess with you. Media training and all these things I step into. So, everything that I use weaponry for, everybody wants to step in towards something that they never even understood that I could actually do or was actually used to, trained for, or actually I can maim for of your family if you can step into this type of arena. So I'm kind of tired of you guys talking. I don't care if you're talking, but step off and often. I have people in Laughlin that I call up. They have motorcycles and all kinds of people that are talking about who they're going to reach it to. You've heard of them, the machine gun preacher. So you're Christians and all that, and that's fine. And I'm just sitting there like, fall back or call that authority that will tell you, well, he's actually all that. Stall that type of thought that's going through your head right now that you actually accomplished something. I'm telling you right now, I'm stomping it out on the ground, and you're sitting there not even understanding that you can't stand with the righteousness that you never had it. Or you're sitting there single-handed by yourself trying to talk to Jesus himself, and like, I was actually there. And I'm sitting there like, we were in the war. Handed you an M16 with a magazine, and you sat there like, well, this crack spleen. I was like, that's the entire point. You were like, well, that's the entire joint that I was smoking the entire time, so I couldn't actually be there. I got disqualified because I know Jesus, he told me the other time that he wouldn't actually have the vape or the marijuana or anything that they were talking about with the heavenly military. I'm sitting there like, still you're scary. Carry your cross and actually find out what it would actually be if you actually could be that type of dude that's in your mind and everything that you've reclined to not actually do or actually see that you could have actually pursued to the point that you could carry mine. Now, my cross is pretty heavy, and you probably haven't carried it. And you probably wouldn't even understand what's going on. You probably are sitting there staring at it. Jesus paid the cross. He paid it all for me. But actually, when the artillery starts firing and you start filling these type of foxholes and start running away like a coward, well, the scripture talks about all of those. So you're sitting there in a foxhole talking about, yeah, but I'll talk bold. I'm sitting there looking at you like you must have a Glock hold. You must have some type of different weaponry than all of us that we haven't even seen. You must have a stockhold of all kinds of things that you held back from us. I'm thinking it's all kinds of military trust, or if I could actually say it, and I will say it, not delay it, because you want to play with something that you didn't understand that I stay with. Intelligence, they're sitting there like, well, we got C-130s. We'll bomb them all. You don't even have to call. We already know. These nerdy dudes are dirty. They ain't got the right actual vesture or type of clothes that you're talking about. So we'll go back to that. Bomb their stronghold out, and they'll start calling them out. And they'll say they're a Jesus follower. Like he was their father. So you want to keep talking? We can keep talking. We do this every single day. I have no problem shredding every single one of you. Why do you think the devil comes each day? He's sitting there like, you just killed my employee. Like, we want to talk about this. Like, he was one of our best. Like, he was working for us. Like, she was right there. Like, she was an interest. So how did you make sure that she couldn't capture the other ones? I said, there's not many of us. Are you listening to? Do you need a pencil to actually write it down? We're a minuscule type of family. He wasn't a part of it. So, whatever you want to say, like I'm sitting there like, you want to put it on layaway? I said there's a cost to be paid. That's in the gospel. Dude, like, I just want to be laid. So, I'm like, all right, well, what price do you pay to actually portray some type of righteousness? I'm sitting there like, I got scissors in my mouth. Double-edged sword. I could slice you with. So, we can actually do this, or you can sit back and go back and not pursue this. And I'm telling you, if it comes to war, I am ruthless. I will leave you toothless. You don't actually know how I actually do this. Me and my wife sitting there watching battle raps every single night. I was looking at her like, do you like this? Because, I mean, I could take it to this level. Like, my battle can come from different levels. And then I'll actually wait. Penetrated. Eliminated. Disintegrated. Disseminated. Every single thing that I wanted to say. Then I looked up at the sky and said, that satellite can move with the average height of what I would brought it to. It could stay right there. Because I named the stars. And I have it right. So whatever you want to say, there's not really much that's going to happen. You can portray. I'm sitting there watching your situation get laid right in front of me, and you're asking me to help you out, and you want to portray the judge at the same time. I'm sitting there. I've seen some of them, so many laid out. I saw Tiny Dancer and all of these things. I saw a judge with cancer right in front of me. His throat wasn't actually acting right. So I've seen it from different youth, and anybody that wants to lose a youth tooth. Who do you think you're fucking with? So I'm telling you who you're stuck with, kid. So why I have to do this is because I think your generation doesn't understand I'm the feature presentation. Now I'm here. End of your nation. Your time and my patience end up in the same situation. They're not actually situating, conglomerating, or what happens when the blood doesn't congratulate or something like that. That'll be in your face, kid. So you really don't understand the statement. And that's probably a problem because before I was playing. Now I'm not. I'm issuing a statement. Say the fuck out of my business and my way. In a way that I don't have to even see you, talk to you, listen to you, And that puts you in the basement. So you stay there where I put you, and don't even come up to me again. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear your sin or anything that you've been in. Your time is up and this is done. So I just wanted to make sure it was fun, so you could listen to it the entire time, so you could understand it is done.